Has the apocalypse already begun? Do you feel like the world is getting stranger? Sudden wars, earthquakes in places that never had them, new diseases faster, stronger, people losing their faith, nature acting out of control. It's like something is off, as if the planet itself is warning us. But warning us about what? Could it be that we're already seeing the first signs of the end? Has the apocalypse begun, and no one noticed? Today, on Archivos Sagrados, we're going to investigate this question that has been troubling many people, and maybe the answer is closer than you think. Welcome to Archivos Sagrados, USA. Here, we don't bring easy answers. We investigate what's been hidden, we dig up forgotten truths, and we reveal what most people prefer to ignore. You don't have to be religious to be here, but if you feel like there's something greater behind everything that's happening, this channel is for you. In every video, we dive into the most mysterious messages in the Bible, into stories no one else talks about, and into signs that are right in front of us, but almost no one sees. So go ahead and subscribe, because what's coming next might change the way you see the world. Grab your popcorn, your video is about to start. Chapter 1. Is Revelation just a book or a living prophecy? When people hear apocalypse, the first thing they imagine is destruction, fire, despair, the world coming to an end. But most people have no idea what the apocalypse really is. The word apocalypse is actually the name of the last book in the Bible. In Greek, apocalypsis means revelation. In other words, the book of Revelation wasn't written to scare us. It was written to reveal what's coming. Not like a horror movie, but like a warning, an alert, a chance to prepare. But there's one important detail. The book doesn't say the end will happen all at once. It shows that the end comes gradually, like a series of events, a cycle that begins quietly, but gets louder and more intense until the final moment. And the big question is, where are we in this cycle right now? Chapter 2? Are we already seeing the signs? The book of Revelation talks about huge, almost unbelievable events. But in Matthew 24, Jesus gave us much clearer signs about the end. And when we look around today, it seems like many of those signs are already happening. Let's take a look together. Wars and rumors of wars. Jesus said, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." Have you noticed how conflicts have increased in recent years? Wars that once seemed impossible are now unfolding. Powerful nations arming themselves like never before. Tensions rising like echoes of another world war. And it's not just physical war. It's a war of ideas, of values, of truth. Earthquakes, famine, and pandemics. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. Recently, the earth has been shaking more and more. Places that never had quakes are now on alert. And famine. Despite all our technology, millions still go hungry. Inequality is rising, food is getting more expensive, and not everyone has access to the basics. And diseases, we don't need to go far. A global pandemic stopped the entire world, and now, new threats appear. Unknown viruses, stronger variants. It feels like the world is fragile. Love will grow cold. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of many will grow cold. Look around. People are more aggressive, more intolerant. Families break over politics. Friends cut ties over opinions. People film tragedies. Instead of helping, love is disappearing. Ego replaced empathy. Fear replaced faith. False prophets and false messiahs. Jesus warned, "Many will come in my name, claiming, 'I am the Christ,' and will deceive many." Today, there are too many voices, people speaking in God's name, but living the opposite. False leaders, empty promises, churches turning into stages. And the worst part, many follow blindly, without questioning, without discernment. The gospel, preached to the whole world, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. This might be the most positive sign, and it's happening now. Through the internet, God's message is reaching places that were once impossible to access. People are hearing about Jesus in villages, prisons, forgotten cities, and in the biggest capitals of the world. It has never been easier to spread the word, and that is also a sign, because once everyone has heard, the end will come. Chapter 3. The beginning of birth pains. What does it mean? In Matthew 24, Jesus said something curious. All these are the beginning of birth pains. In other words, wars, famine, earthquakes, pandemics are just the beginning. Like contractions before birth, they warn that something is about to happen, something much bigger. And in the book of Revelation, John describes 7 seals, like stages that unfold before the final judgment. Let's take a look at those seals. Maybe some of them are already open. Chapter 4. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The revelation begins with Jesus breaking the seals of a mysterious scroll, and each seal brings a different event to earth. The first 4 seals release the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. First seal, white horse, symbolizes conquest and deception. It looks peaceful but brings domination. Many believe it represents leaders and systems that pretend to offer truth but actually deceive. Sound familiar? Second seal, red horse, symbolizes war, takes peace from the earth. It's hard to deny that we're living in a time of global tension, wars for power, land, ideologies. Third seal, black horse, symbolizes scarcity and economic crisis. The Bible says, food will be weighed and measured, sold with difficulty. Look around today, inflation, unemployment, rising poverty, people struggling to eat. Earth seal, pale horse, greenish or sickly, symbolizes death and disease. The Bible says it brings famine, plague, and violence, and 1/4 of the earth would be affected. Do you think this is something that's coming, or something that's already happening? Many scholars believe these horsemen don't appear all at once. They unfold through history, and some say they're already riding among us. Chapter 5. The 7 trumpets, heaven's warnings. After the seals, Revelation speaks of 7 trumpets. Each one announces a new judgment. It's as if heaven is shouting, "Wake up!" And with each trumpet, the intensity increases. The Bible describes hail and fire mixed with blood falling on the earth, a burning mountain thrown into the sea, a star falling from heaven, poisoning the waters, 1/3 of the sun, moon and stars going dark. It sounds like something out of a movie, but these could represent real-world events, natural disasters, environmental collapse, meteor impacts, solar storms. Maybe it's not fiction, maybe it's prophecy, already in motion. Chapter 6. The bowls of wrath and the final collapse. Later in Revelation, the bowls of God's wrath are poured out and everything begins to collapse. The oceans turn to blood. Painful sores break out. The sun scorches with heat. Darkness falls over entire kingdoms, and nature responds violently. It's like all of humanity's evil choices finally come back around, multiplied. Some believe these events will come quickly. Others say they've already begun, slowly. But either way, one thing is clear. The world feels more unstable than ever, and the Bible warned us it would be like this. Chapter 7. The Antichrist, the final deception. And in the middle of all this chaos, someone will rise. The Bible calls him the Antichrist, the beast. Other verses describe him as a man of peace, a brilliant leader who offers solutions. People will admire him, follow him, trust him, but behind the charm is a lie. He will hate everything holy, he will persecute the faithful, and he will demand worship. And the scariest part? The world will love him because he will seem perfect, but he will be the last greatest deception before Jesus returns. Chapter 8. The Return of the King. At the height of chaos, when it seems like everything is lost, when the world is under the grip of lies, the Bible says that Jesus will return, but not like before, not as a baby in a manger, not as a man suffering on a cross. This time, he comes as king, with power, with glory, with justice. The skies will open and every eye will see him, even those who mocked, even those who denied him, even those who persecuted his people. And then he will judge the earth. He will separate those who followed truth from those who embraced the lie. It will be the end of a cycle and the beginning of something eternal. Chapter 9. What do we do now? How do we prepare if all this is real? If the apocalypse has already begun, what should we do? The Bible didn't call us to panic. It called us to have discernment. Jesus said, "Watch, be ready." This isn't about fear, it's about awakening, about living with purpose, about not falling for every pretty promise. It's time to look inside, to ask ourselves, what am I following? Who is guiding my life? Because the apocalypse isn't just about the end of the world. It's about the decisions each of us makes before the end. Chapter 10. There's still hope, despite everything. The message of Revelation is not about destruction, it's about warning, mercy, and love. God could have ended everything already, but He's giving us time. Time for people to wake up, time for more to be saved, time for the end to become a new beginning, and that chance is still open for me, for you, for everyone. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the apocalypse has already started? Which of the signs have you noticed in your own life? Tell me in the comments. I want to know your thoughts. And if this video made you see things differently, subscribe to Archivos Sagrados US and Now. In the next videos, we'll reveal more mysteries, explain powerful prophecies, and uncover what few dare to talk about. So turn on the notifications, because time is running out, and the truth can't wait any longer. See you in the next video.